Hey, welcome back to Album April. It's April 3rd, and today I listened to Person Pitch by Panda Bear. Try saying that 5 times fast. I had never heard of this album before doing research for this. I'd never even heard of Panda Bear before I did research for this, but I think it came up when I looked up best pop albums of the 2000s or something like that, and it looked interesting, so I included it. Panda Bear is this indie pop. It kind of sounds weird to say, but it's like pop music, the style, but very independent sounding, experimental. He came from Animal Collective, another act that I've never heard of, but apparently they're very influential in the indie scene. I listened to the album today, and I did not like it very much. It has a pretty big warning sign that I didn't notice until it was too late. It is 7 songs, but it's 45 minutes in length. And 25 of those minutes come from 2 tracks. I'm trying to think, have I even heard a song that was 10 minutes or longer that I thought was, really great? I don't know if I ever have. But it's not just that. It was also just the style of music that I didn't care for. If I had to compare it to anything, it would be freeform jazz, pretty much. And that sounds contradictory because this is all synth. This all had to be made in the studio. But it feels like they're making it up as they go along somehow. Actually, it just occurred to me, this is made of hundreds of samples. If you look at the liner notes, there are so many artists credited as being sampled on this album, which, I mean, if you're going to sample someone, you should give them credit, no matter how short the sample is. But, this is just taking bits and pieces of other songs and putting them together to make a pop song. This is AI before AI. This is AI-generated music in 2007. And it's not just music that's used oddly in this album. There are a bunch of really weird things that were added as percussive elements or sampling. The song Take a Pill begins with 35 seconds of car noises and then ends with 45 seconds of train noises. The song Bro, which is 12 minutes long, includes a part that kind of just sounds like a man crying. I think it is a man crying, and there's also a woman crying and a baby crying, all in that one song. And the first song on the album, every second or so, there's this sample of a bunch of people kind of singing, but also just kind of yelling. And it's just repetitive over and over and over. And it makes me think of times growing up where I slept through my alarm clock, but the noise worked its way into my dream. And there was just this loud, annoying noise on repeat. And I was trying to figure out what was going on. And as for the lyrical content, I couldn't even begin to tell you. All the vocals are so laced with reverb, I can barely understand any of it. It's so funny because I listened to Bjork yesterday, and a lot of her music is really out there, but in a way, that is a lot more approachable to me than music like this. I'm trying to think of more things to say, but there really isn't much more to say about this album. This type of music is really not my thing. I'm so not used to this that it all just kind of sounded like background music or elevator music to me. It's actually just like how I felt after listening to Kind of Blue by Miles Davis last year. It's I don't feel like I'm equipped to truly judge it. I just know that I didn't care for the experience very much. Hopefully tomorrow will be a better experience. I'll see you then.